Okay, let's just jump right in. We all want to feel younger, right? It's a universal thing. But what if feeling younger wasn't just, a pipe dream or about having good genes? What if it's about giving your body the right instructions to literally turn back its own internal clock? Today, we're going way beyond your chronological age, that number on your driver's license. We're talking about the real measure of your health, your biological age. And our mission in this deep dive is to give you the blueprint for how to actually rewind it. So for this, we've synthesized two really powerful sources. First, we've got 20 Years Younger by Bob Greene and his team. It's this really practical four-pillar framework focusing on exercise, nutrition, skincare, and sleep. The goal there is tangible. It's about functioning like you're 2 decades younger.
And we're pairing that with the super sharp clinical evidence from Dr. Cara Fitzgerald's book, Younger You. I mean, this book is a total game changer because it's all rooted in epigenetics. Dr. Fitzgerald actually showed in a clinical study that specific lifestyle changes can drop your biological age by more than 3 years.
In just 8 weeks.
In just 8 weeks. It's a validated blueprint for age reversal. It's incredible. So we're not just summarizing one or the other. We're combining the pillars from 20 years younger with the gene-level strategies from Younger You. You get a complete map.
Okay, time for an analogy. I think this really helps. Imagine your body is a classic car.
I like it.
Your chronological age, that's the year stamped on the title, say 1970, that never changes.
It's fixed.
But your biological age, that's the engine, the transmission, the actual condition of the car. Our goal today is to make you the expert mechanic using epigenetics to fine-tune that engine so your 1970 model runs better than one fresh off the assembly line. So over the next few minutes, we're going to walk you through the 7 key takeaways we've pulled from these combined strategies. Get ready to rethink aging.
Let's do it. Key takeaway number 1. Biological age is the true measure of your health. This is what actually matters, not how many candles were on your last birthday cake. Your chronological age is, it's passive. It's just time passing. But bioage is active. It's literally a measure of the accumulated damage across your entire body. And the stakes are just so high. Younger confirms that rapid biological aging is the single biggest risk factor for every major chronic disease.
You mean things like cancer, diabetes?
Exactly. Cancer, heart disease, dementia, they all have this one thing in common.
And what's so powerful about this is that your biological age is, it's flexible.
It's profoundly flexible. That's the whole point of Dr. Fitzgerald's work. It can go backwards.
Oh.
And we can measure it with incredible accuracy now. Using things like the Horvath epigenetic clock, it measures something called DNA methylation. It can tell you if, say, you're 50 on the calendar, but your cells are performing like a 40-year-old's.
So it's not guesswork anymore.
Not at all.
So if you're feeling that, loss of energy, a bit of brain fog, or you're noticing muscle decline, those are the warning signs. And this is a core idea in 20 Years Younger.
Yeah.
Your daily choices matter more than your genes. The food you eat, how much you move. That's what's pulling the trigger, and you can reset that. Which brings us perfectly to key takeaway number 2. This is the how. It's about becoming your own gene architect through epigenetics.
Right, and the best analogy here is hardware versus software. Your DNA, the double helix you were born with, that's the hardware. It's fixed. But epigenetics, that's the software. It's dynamic. It tells your hardware which programs to run, which genes to turn on and which to turn off. And the main mechanism we're talking about is that DNA methylation I mentioned. Think of these little molecules, methyl groups, as chemical tags. Dr. Fitzgerald and Younger use calls them punctuation marks for your genes, which I think is a brilliant way to put it.
So good and bad punctuation changes the meaning of the sentence.
Precisely. The wrong punctuation can turn on inflammatory genes or, even worse, turn off the genes that are supposed to protect you from cancer.
And what's wild is the speed of this. This isn't something that takes decades.
No, it's fast. So fast.
We're talking changes after one meditation session or a single healthy meal. Every single thing you do today sends new instructions to your cells. You're literally programming your biology in real time.
And there's this bigger idea, too, called biological embedding. It means these epigenetic changes, for better or worse, can sometimes be passed down to the next generation.
Oh, that gives generational health a whole new meaning. Okay, so let's get practical. Let's move into the 5 pillars of this strategy, starting with key takeaway 3, nutrition as information for your DNA. This is about feeding your genes.
Exactly. And according to the clinical trials in Younger You, the diet really comes down to 2 essential groups of compounds. First, you need what are called methyl donors.
Okay, what are those?
They're the raw materials, the bricks and mortar for that healthy DNA punctuation. So we're talking about foods rich in folate and choline, like liver, eggs, and especially dark leafy greens. And then second, you need methylation adaptogens.
Adaptogens, so they help the body adapt.
They're the expert helpers, yeah. They don't provide the bricks, but they make sure the bricks are put in exactly the right place on your genome. These are the vibrant compounds you find in things like turmeric, green tea, and berries.
And then there's the flip side, the danger zone. This is a huge point in 20 years younger. You have to minimize processed foods, sugar, simple carbs.
Absolute critical.
Because a blood sugar spike isn't just a temporary energy crash. It's instant cellular damage. It messes up your methylation patterns right away. And here's an insight from 20 years younger that I think is so important in our supplement-obsessed world. Whole foods are always better. And apple has thousands of compounds working together.
The symphony of nutrients.
Exactly. You can't put that symphony into a pill. The goal is to reduce inflammation and oxidation at the source with food.
Okay, so nutrition is the fuel. Key takeaway 4 is about using the engine. Exercise as the most effective anti-aging weapon. I mean, the science is crystal clear on this. Consistent physical activity is the single most powerful thing you can do to fight age-related muscle and bone loss.
And that's a big deal, right? That decline after 40.
It's huge. If you're sedentary, you're losing about 1% of your muscle mass every year. That tanks your metabolism and dramatically ages your entire profile.
The way 20 years younger puts it is that exercise is a daily message. It's you telling your brain and body, hey, I'm still in the game, stay young. And with strength training, that pulling on your bones is the direct signal that prevents osteoporosis. It's not just about aesthetics.
And the epigenetic proof is there too. Dr. Fitzgerald's work backs this up. You don't have to become an elite athlete. Even just brisk walking, done consistently, improves your DNA methylation profile.
So it's sending those stay young signals.
Literally, to the level of your genes.
So what's the goal? If you blend the advice from both books, it's pretty achievable. We're talking a minimum of 30 minutes of moderate activity 5 times a week.
Pushing yourself a bit, like 60 to 80% of your max.
But, and this is a big, but consistency beats intensity. Overexercising can actually backfire.
For sure. It can become a stressor and speed up aging if you don't recover properly.
Okay, so we've sent the right message with movement, but even the best engine will seize up if it's running dirty. Which takes us to key takeaway 5, controlling inflammation and toxins.
This is a big one. There's a term researchers use, inflammaging. It's this chronic, low-grade inflammation that drives basically all age-related problems, from wrinkles on the outside to dementia on the inside.
And the antioxidants from our diet are the anti-rust for our cells.
That's a perfect way to think about it. But we also have to deal with external threats. Younger you is very specific about this. Environmental toxins, pesticides from food, plastics, cleaners, they directly interfere with the enzymes your body needs for healthy methylation.
So you have to be intentional about reducing that burden.
Yeah, choose organic when you can. Ditch the plastic food containers and the non-stick cookware.
And it comes down to how you cook, too. We have to talk about AGEs, advanced glycation end products. Yeah, that's stuff that forms when you char, grill, or fry food at high heat. They directly damage the proteins in your skin and your kidneys. It's really bad news.
So gentler methods like steaming or boiling are just biologically so much better. And to help your body clean house from the inside, both sources are big fans of intermittent fasting.
And it doesn't have to be extreme.
Not at all. A simple 12-hour overnight fast, say 7 p.m. to 7 a.m., is enough to kick on a process called autophagy. Think of it as your cell's recycling program. It breaks down old, junky parts and reuses them, making everything run cleaner and more efficiently.
Which leads right into pillar 4, which is key takeaway 6. Sleep is your prime time for repair and detox. It's absolutely non-negotiable. When you're awake, your body is basically in a state of breakdown, accumulating damage. Sleep is when the construction crew comes out. They repair cells, build muscles, strengthen bones.
And the data, especially from studies cited in 20 years younger, is just brutal. Chronic sleep deprivation slams the accelerator on your epigenetic clock. And it massively increases your risk for obesity by scrambling your hunger hormones.
And that idea that you need less sleep as you get older.
It's a total myth. You still need 7 to 9 hours of quality rest.
And it's not just for your body, it's for your brain.
Absolutely. During deep sleep, the glymphatic system kicks in. It's like a power wash for your brain, clearing out all the metabolic junk that builds up during the day.
Critical for preventing cognitive decline.
Absolutely critical.
And we have to be so careful about what shuts that crew down. Blue light from our screens is the #1 enemy.
It crushes your melatonin production.
It literally tells your body the night is shorter than it is,
Mm.
cutting that repair time. So the prescription is simple: dark, cool, and no electronics.
Okay, and finally, we get to key takeaway 7, the power of social connection and mental calm. This might sound like the soft science, but the biochemical proof behind it is rock solid. Chronic stress isn't just in your head. It has a very real physical cost. When you're stressed out, your body has to use up those precious methyl groups, the same ones you need for healthy genes, just to process hormones like adrenaline.
Wait, hold on. So the same raw materials we get from leafy greens to protect our DNA
Yep.
are being burned up just to deal with traffic or a stressful email?
They're being diverted. Dr. Fitzgerald points out that the stress response alone can account for nearly a quarter of the changes we see in the biological clock. Stress management isn't a luxury, it's a biochemical necessity.
Wow.
And the antidote is proven to work. Just 10 to 20 minutes of simple meditation twice a day has been shown to lower biological age by helping to turn off those inflammatory genes.
And let's not forget connection. This is a big theme in 20 years younger. Social bonds, physical touch, like a real hug from someone you love.
Or even a pet.
Or a pet. It releases oxytocin. And oxytocin is powerfully anti-inflammatory. It protects your DNA.
And the opposite is true. Loneliness drives up cortisol and inflammation. It's a state of emergency for your cells.
So we've gone through all 7 takeaways from 20 years younger and younger you. How do we put this all together? It's not about a total life overhaul. It's about small, consistent instructions. Think about a simple day. You start with a big glass of water, maybe some green tea. You've already got hydration and methylation adaptogens covered.
For lunch and dinner, just make sure half your plate is colorful vegetables, kale, broccoli. There are your methyl donors.
Get that 30 minutes of movement in. Get a little sweaty, but you should still be able to talk.
And a big one, stop eating 3 hours before bed. Give your body a chance to switch from digesting to repairing.
Then, an hour before bed, kill the screens. Take 10 minutes to just breathe.
And finally, make time for people. Boost that oxytocin. It matters just as much as the broccoli. And to bring it back to that classic car one last time, epigenetics is the mechanic. But the amazing thing we've learned from both 20 years younger and the trials in younger you is that you hold the keys. Every day, you decide. Premium fuel and a good run. Or do you just let it sit in the garage and rust?
We've covered how every single bite you take, every step, every quiet moment is a direct instruction sent to your genes. This is a level of control over aging that, honestly, we just didn't think was possible until very recently.
So I'll leave you with this provocative thought to take with you. If the clinical data from younger you shows it's possible to reverse your biological age by over 3 years in just 2 months, what is the cumulative impact of doing this for a decade? What hidden biological debt could you erase starting right now just by changing the instruction manual you send your cells today?